Hello everyone, my name is Sunny Ravel, and today we're going to be talking about the fourth part of the FBLA Data Science and AI curriculum, which is Tools for Data and AI. Now this will take about 10% of your test, meaning there will be 10 test items. So for part 1, we are going to be talking about SQL. But first let's talk about what relational databases are to actually understand what this image actually means. So relational databases store data in tables that are linked to one another. So as we can see here, these two tables are linked to one another because this table stores the users and this table stores orders, but it has a user ID which links it back to the users. I'll explain more details soon. So keys are unique IDs that connect tables. And a primary key is a unique identifier or a record in its own table, while a foreign key is a key that connects the keys table to another table. Now let's look at this to kind of think about that. So here, the primary key would be ID, because in this library we can connect it back to the ID. And then here, the primary key would be the order ID here, this ID. And our foreign key is going to be user ID because we're using it to connect this table, this orders table, back to the users. It's how we know which user had which order, because we're able to connect orders with users using the foreign key. Let's move on. What is SQL? SQL is the standard language for dealing with relational databases. So let's go over some commands, or let's go over some functions or operations, and let's see. The first one is select and from. So this is for choosing which data columns to actually see. And here are some examples here. You can say select name, grade from students. So selected here is used as the extractor. It's used to actually extract the data, and these are the two things we're extracting, name and grade. From means it's pretty much just saying from where are you going to actually extract this data. So it's going to be from the students table. Now where is filtering rows based on a condition. So let's read an example here. Select star from products where price is less than 20. So star pretty much just means all. So select all from products. So now we have all of the products. And it's saying where price is less than 20. Now this is where the filter part comes in. At this part where it says where, it applies a filter where the price must be lower than 20. So yeah, that's what it does. It shows all columns for products cheaper than 20. Order by. So order by sorts results, and you can do it in ascending or descending. And here's an example. Select star from runners. Order by finish time ascending. So as you can see here, it starts with the filter that we're doing is we're putting it in low to high order or ascending. So that means that the runner with the lowest finish time or least finish time is going to show up first in the order by select. Now here in the join is going to be able to combine data from two tables using a common ID. Now that's where that foreign key comes in. Over here we know that there's a user ID and you know that there's this ID, so this is able to link to this. Now this is where join comes in handy because you can use it to actually connect these two tables together based on a foreign ID, or based on a common ID between them. And the common ID between them is the user ID. So join, here's an example. Select students.name, clubs.clubname from students. So that's saying select the name of the students and select the club name of the students. And these are both in different tables, by the way. This is in a students table, this is in a clubs table. So these are separate. Now how are we going to connect them? Let's see. From students, join clubs on students.id equals clubs.studentid. So this join is used to actually join the tables. And here we can say that on student, so this means that on students.id equals clubs.studentid. This is a condition saying that the ID of the student's name should match the ID for the club, and that's where these two will be joined because they have the common ID. And we'll go more in depth with the code in another video where I'll be doing practice and you guys can watch me. Alright, group by and aggregates. So this is used for summarizing data using functions like count, sum, average, min, or max. So here's an example. Select city, comma, count star from customers group by city. So this shows how many customers are in each city because it selects the city and it also selects the count in the actual list. And it's doing group by city, so it's basically grouping it into the actual cities. Alright, now let's talk about more different tools of AI. So this is Jupyter Notebooks, and it's an open source web application that data scientists use to create and share documents that contain live code, equations, visualizations, and narrative text. Most of this is unnecessary, but just keep in mind that it's used a lot for data science as well as easy access for creating and sharing documents. And yeah, one big thing about this Jupyter Notebooks is its interactivity. It is very easy to interact with them because of their very user-friendly aspects. Alright, next we're going to be talking, this is the final part, libraries and languages. You need to know what each of these libraries is able to do to be able to get all these questions right on the test. So Python is the most popular language for AI and data science. And it's very useful because it contains these useful libraries here. So pandas is one of the libraries in Python, and it uses data frames to manipulate tables. It's also known as the Excel of Python. Just remember it like that. NumPy is used for NumberPython, and it handles large multi-dimensional arrays and matrices. So big forms of data, if you give big inputs, NumPy is the place to go because it's very good at handling them. Scikit-learn is the go-to library for traditional machine learning. So for stuff like regression and clustering, Scikit-learn is very good at actually working with that. So Matplotlib / Seaborn are both used for creating charts and representing data that we mentioned in part 3 data analysis video. And what is R? R is a separate language. It's actually a language built specifically for advanced statistics and high quality data graphics. And we already went over relational databases, but they are software that stores data in tables. Anyways, thank you guys for watching for this one. This is a little bit of a quick video, but in the next video I'll be walking you guys through a bunch of SQL examples because I know SQL could be quite confusing to someone new to it. So we'll go over that in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked the video or enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe. Have a good one.